My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Canadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for two, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
Committed Catholics, listen to us.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk over there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
Unplanned outages or forced outages happens when we have events or faults and defects on our generation, transmission, and distribution system. While these outages occur on our system due to defects, they also occur due to third-party incidents. These outages occur worldwide on electrical systems and electrical utilities. Unplanned outages occur sometimes because the system is designed to take the power off to lessen on the impact based on some activities or events. Bad weather, followed by trees falling on lines, and third-party events are the most significant as it relates to unplanned or forced outages.
Third-party outages are caused by parties external to Grenada.
Three of the top causes of outages, unplanned outages, when it relates to third party are tree cutting by individuals, vehicular accidents, and kite flying. Interestingly, while we have seen a decrease in the number of outages directly related to Grenlec's system, we have unfortunately seen an increase in the number of outages related to third parties.
All outages are given high priority by Grenlec and to respond. So for unplanned outages, we have various crews that will dispatch those outages to, right, as we get them. And we dispatch them based on the severity of the outage or the extent of the outage, depending on the facilities or infrastructure that the outage affect.
Grenlec, energizing our community. Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50+ car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
Its regional counterparts made the decision to temporarily suspend the acceptance of new applications from Russians and Belarusians for the Citizenship by Investment program. According to the government's release,
Good evening and welcome to the evening edition of news here on MTV for Thursday, 10th March 2022. In the headlines, Interpol together with Royal Grenada Police Force continue investigation into the 7 corpses found in a vessel in Grenada waters. Temporary suspension of new CBI applications from Russian and Belarusian nationals. 81-year-old Bermudan national pleads guilty to trafficking in a controlled drug. And in sports, national champs carded for the National Stadium on Saturday. We have the details to these and more after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
With the details, I am Troy Gill. During Thursday's police press briefing, Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin provided an update on the 7 bodies found in a boat in Grenada's waters in December last year, believed to be associated with a human trafficking incident.
First of all is to update you on the situation relating to the several crops that was recovered from a floating wooden vessel within our jurisdiction. To date, we continue our work with Interpol on this matter, and we are currently in the process of extracting and labeling DNA samples for forensic analysis and future reference. As we advance this investigation to its completion, following the extraction of the DNA samples on those remains, we will then finally be able to put the souls of those who perished in what must have been a very horrific and tragic circumstances.
In an earlier report, Martin indicated due to the sensitivity of the discovery, it requires international collaboration, and RGPF will be seeking the assistance of Interpol and other law enforcement agencies to support Grenada's investigation in the matter. 81-year-old Bermudan national who was arrested and charged on March 3rd pleads guilty to trafficking in a controlled drug during his second court appearance at the St. George's Magistrate Court on Thursday.
Edmund Bragman, 81-year-old sailor of Hamilton, Bermuda, was arrested and charged on Thursday, March 3rd, with trafficking in a controlled drug and money laundering, following a search that was conducted aboard a sailing vessel, Costa Mucho, after being cleared with Grenada Customs as a result of a collaboration between Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago Law Enforcement, Drug Squad, and Customs Enforcement Unit. 2 packets of cocaine weighing 2 kilos, along with US $4,200 and TT $2,407 were seized aboard the vessel. He appeared at the St. George's Magistrate Court on Monday, March 7th, and was remanded to Her Majesty's Prison. He reappeared at the No. 1 Magistrate Court on Thursday, 10th March, before Magistrate Teddy St. Louis, where he pled guilty to trafficking in a controlled drug and is scheduled to reappear in court on March 21st for sentencing. The money laundering charge is still pending for the deliberation by the prosecution before a determination is made. He is represented by attorney-at-law Ali Gale. MTV News, Donessa Pantru.
Due to the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the negative impact it is having on the world's economy, the government of Grenada has opted to temporarily suspend the acceptance of new applications from Russians and Belarusians for its Citizenship by Investment program with immediate effect. We get more from Donella Hostin.
Grenada, like many of its regional counterparts, made the decision to temporarily suspend the acceptance of new applications from Russians and Belarusians for the Citizenship by Investment program. According to the government's release, this is to take effect immediately. In most recent days, Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda have done the same, as they highlighted the difficulty of conducting due diligence within the nations in conflict. However, in Grenada, a specific reason was not given, rather than to preserve the integrity and reputation of the CBI program. Some countries have included Ukraine nationals on the suspension list, but according to the release, the government is closely monitoring the situation in Ukraine and will advise of changes to its current policy. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Grenada's top cop announces that they will continue to maintain a zero-tolerance approach to the possession and use of weapons by students and, by extension, the nation's youth, and will be beefing up police presence in various locations, including at sporting events and activities.
We have recorded what I term 3 senseless, unnecessary killings of another. Recent videos of youthful indiscretions of violence against the elderly, the vulnerable, and among themselves is disturbing and concerning on many levels. Where is the sense of value, self-control, respect and restraint for others, and the value of life among our youth?
That was Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin responding to the recent spate of violence that has occurred in recent times, including 3 homicides before the end of the first quarter of 2022. In response to the issue of violence perpetrated by the nation's youth, as is evident due to the number of videos circulating online, he said the RGPF is prepared to implement measures to address the issue.
However, we will also intensify, and you've probably observed that already, increased law enforcement activities in and around all sporting activities. We will engage schools to speak with the student population on the issue of violence and other law enforcement issues in a general context through our school liaison officers. We will work with principals, staff, and PTAs to provide guidance, partnership, and support in tackling this problem wherever it may be required.
He further highlighted that they will brief their officers on the more efficient response to diffuse emotionally charged situations, especially when engaging young people who are prone to violence.
We will revisit our training and double down on our briefing of our officers on the approach and strategies to better treat with emotionally charged situations. We will seek to lead a multi-sectorial approach on youth violence, I do not believe the RGPF has all in-house skills and knowledge necessary to address this very concerning issue. We will also endeavor to implement in short order a Crime Stoppers initiative, which we have already started pursuing. However, to achieve the above, we expect the cooperation of members of the public in the execution of our duties.
He said acts of aggression to law enforcement are uncharacteristic of the Grenadian culture and is unacceptable. However, he applauded officers for exercising restraint. One psychotherapist insists that the majority of youths are in a good place, but there may be a few misguided ones who would need guidance from society. He says this needs to be a holistic approach involving all sectors of society. More in this report.
Psychotherapist Robert Phillips says despite the few isolated videos circulating on social media platforms of young people engaging in acts of violence, he believes the majority of young people are in a good place.
We must make the point that the majority of our young people are in a good position. The majority of our young people are doing well, they are ambitious, they have goals, they are achieving their goals, and they are moving forward. When we see some isolated incidents, we tend to think our youthful population is in trouble. I would not say that. I would not say that at all.
Phillips says there are a few misguided youths in the midst who need the help and support of experts. He believes that everyone has a role to play going forward. He says there are many things that may contribute to the misbehavior of young people, including the number of teenage parents. He made the suggestion of having a parenting program that parents would need to attend consistently to develop their parenting skills.
Learning how to parent, learning how to bring up children is an important aspect of our socialization process. Okay? So parents, young parents especially, need to attend these sessions. We need to have these programs, and parents need to participate fully.
In an effort to provide more immediate help for troubled youths, Philip recommended having a mentorship program, particularly for young males.
Another thing we can do, Oslin, is to come up with a mentorship program. We need to have strong male mentors who can walk along with our boys, and those are the persons that they would uphold. I don't want to pinpoint names and so on. That's not necessary. But we need good, strong male mentors out there who can walk along with our.
He added that teachers can assist as it relates to identifying youngsters who may be at risk. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
One local pastor believes that outreach programs and activities by church youth ministries that were severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic have a pivotal role to play in curbing the recent streak of violence and other negative behavior being displayed by the nation's youth.
The recent spate of violent and unruly behaviors demonstrated by the nation's youth, as is evident in videos circulating online, has sparked concerns by authorities, parents, and members of the religious community. President of the Alliance and Evangelical Churches is Pastor Joachim Philip.
We continue to support ministries and different ministries that churches have. And I know churches are doing a lot as it relates to their youth ministries. But COVID would have, of course, we know, dampened some of the outreach aspect of the ministries. But I must say, we condemn strongly the kind of behaviors that we are seeing coming out from youngsters that should be more education-oriented and focused.
The church has a critical role to play in addressing the issues, including as it relates to respect for authority.
The church will, of course, be helping in this regard because the issue of youth ministries has always been a place where youth come to understand who they are, what they should be doing, and how to behave. Now, there's also a disrespect issue that we are observing. And that disrespect issue is not just from a child, teacher, child to parent. It is also on our leadership level. We are noticing in the nation there is this semblance of disrespect for institutions in the country. We have institutions being disrespected. And I think the breakdown is also something when you have institutional disrespect.
Institutions such as the police force were held in high regard, Philip says, and it is disturbing to see students showing complete disregard for the police.
We know in the past police is highly respected, and you watch a police officer and you respect the uniform and the deportment and how they conduct themselves. Now, there seems to be bringing down on the level of a civilian. For a student to do that, it means there's something that is happening. There's something that is wrong as it relates to how do I see authority, how do I see persons that hold offices.
He says there appears to be a culture of disrespect that is creeping slowly into our society. MTV News, Donessa Pantru.
That's the first segment of news. More news after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
No frills, just great prices, only in Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with ready finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island. Private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
6 p.m. Sunday, March 13th is Bingo Night. Get set for another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time you can win
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10 US. In Grenada, tickets are available from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 13th. Come join the fun and excitement online.
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo.
The new way to play.
Bingo!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. The Grenada National Disaster Management Agency on Thursday tested the island's disaster readiness. The Carib Wave 22 scenario involved a tsunami generated by a magnitude 8.0 earthquake located on the western Muertos Trough. Several students and teachers, together with other employees of other institutions, were evacuated in the exercise areas, all part of the Disaster Management Agency's plan to test the island's readiness if at all Grenada has to deal with a tsunami. The exercise coordinator for this year's drill was Joachim Wilson.
Tsunami alert was issued, which advised persons on the coastal areas to evacuate to higher ground because of the intended or expected damage that could occur from tsunami waves. So the participating institutions were the Gulf Police Station, the Post Office, the Public Bank, St. Joe's Modern Secondary School, St. John's Anglican School, and St. Peter's RC School. The Youth Emergency Action Committee volunteers were also on scene to assist in various capacities, including evaluator, marshal, and first aid in the event that it was needed. We had first aid kits, and they were ready to help out or to assist, to provide support if anyone would have got injured or so.
According to statistics, over the past 500 years, more than 75 tsunamis have been observed in the Caribbean and adjacent regions. Though the risk of occurrence may seem low in comparison to other hazards, the impacts from a tsunami are very severe.
As disaster management professionals, we continue to test and observe and look for weaknesses and gaps in our response strategies, and we realize that there's some work to be done. It's good to bring organizations together to test these, to run these scenarios, to realize that disasters and tsunamis and hazards on a whole in a region or anywhere in the world are not just things to take lightly, but to be taken very seriously. So we hope that everyone who participated learned and would share the knowledge, share the experience, whatever they have picked up or gathered today from participating in this drill, that they could encourage persons to evacuate, to be safe, to look out for the warning signs of a tsunami or earthquake, which can be the rumbling sounds or the sea drawing back and stuff like that.
Some of these students spoke of the experience.
But it was very exciting. I followed all procedures I had to follow. I was waiting for the bell, listening attentively, and that's about it. Okay, once I had a lot, I tell them to stay calm, do not panic, wait for orders, and follow the procedures that they was taught today. I would tell them.
It was very nice to see like everybody working together despite the rush to reach up to safety on top of the hill. Well, this exercise will definitely help us like if it actually happened, because people would know what to do. Even if they're in a state of panic, they would know that, okay, an earthquake is happening. The best thing to do, follow instructions, look at what everyone else, well, not everyone else, but like what people are doing, like your teachers, people like in authority at the moment, and follow what they are doing, because that is the best help you have at the time.
The United States government, through an initiative of the U.S. Southern Command, has donated 2 4-bed field hospitals and 2 emergency operating centers to the people and the government of Grenada. This donation is expected to help the country improve its emergency response operations as well as its overall healthcare system. The official handover was held at the SSU camp at Point Salines on Thursday. More details from Donella Hostin.
Grenada has received 2 40-bed field hospitals and 2 emergency operating centers from the U.S. Southern Command and, by extension, the U.S. government. This gift, valued at approximately $7.5 million US, will represent a boost in Grenada's capacity to provide emergency medical services to its people, particularly during this time with COVID still around. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell was present at the handover ceremony and expressed gratitude for the donation.
Today's donation, therefore, is particularly special given the context of the period that we are now in and the challenges facing governments around the world. It is therefore heartening that our friends have seen us fit to give us that support here today.
He noted that at the time of his request for this assistance some months ago, the country was in a state of crisis as COVID rampaged through the island and the numbers were increasing. He spoke of the timing of the donation now.
Therefore, the timing of this donation allows us the luxury of time to ensure that persons are adequately trained to operate the field hospitals. I know that the trainees have been involved in very intense sessions over the past few days, and I'm quite happy to see the inclusion of our sisters and brothers from Carriacou, as one of the field hospitals will be based in Carriacou to serve both sister islands.
Representing the U.S. Southern Command was Director of Stabilization and Humanitarian Assistance, Kevin Bostick, who stated their commitment to providing continued assistance to the Grenadian people and maintaining the partnership.
It is our sincere pleasure from the U.S. Southern Command to be with you to do just what was just mentioned, provide these field hospitals and these emergency operations centers as a donation, as a gift of our continuing strengthening partnerships in the region, helping build the team, where we consider ourselves a team with Grenada.
Also present and expressing thanks on behalf of the Ministry of Health was Minister for Health Nicholas Steele. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
Grenadians are privy to yet another opportunity to further their education online or on-site through an initiative from the Western Illinois University of the United States of America. Dr. Randy Glean, Associate Vice President, Global Studies at WIU, says it is important for young people to grab these opportunities as soon as they can, particularly as COVID has reconfigured the mechanism through which education is being delivered.
Strike the iron while it is hot. The sentiments shared by Dr. Randy Glean, Associate Vice President, Global Studies at Western Illinois University, who is currently here in Grenada enlightening people about the many opportunities available to them at the university. While in Grenada, Dr. Glean has been meeting with several people who have expressed interest in what the university has to offer. He explained why this is the time for young people to grab this opportunity.
But young people need to take this opportunity to be assertive, to not wait. The perfect situation is not coming. No one is going to knock your door and hand you a full scholarship. And this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about something that significantly reduces your costs, allowing you to have an affordable pathway to not only a degree, but to potential employment and potential economic opportunities in a different place.
Dr. Glean noted that there are opportunities for teachers to attain higher levels as well.
Different opportunities for different people. I do have a passion about mature students, but even teachers. I mean, I was once a young teacher looking for the way to advance myself, and I believe creating an option for teachers not only to obtain their degrees, their advanced degrees and teaching credentials in a structured way, starting online again, not disrupting their careers, but an opportunity, should some of them be interested in it, to teach in the state of Illinois and get some external experience before deciding whether they want to return home or build a life in the States.
He explained that there are several Grenadians who have made and continue to make their mark at the university.
There are a lot of students. We have some excellent students. One of Western Illinois' excellent students is Dave Thomas. He's a doctoral student now in environmental sciences and expert on water quality. And among our other students include Ronaldo Joseph, a soccer player, on the Dean's List, Sierra Duncan, also on the Dean's List. So Western Illinois has recruited some excellent students from Grenada.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
The Grenada Kidney Foundation, on the occasion of World Kidney Day, says statistics reveal that more young people are suffering from kidney problems, which is alarming. The foundation is encouraging the nation's youth to make lifestyle changes to reduce the risk of kidney disease. March 10th is recognized globally as World Kidney Day, and the Grenada Patient Kidney Foundation held an activity upstairs Bagging House in St. George in commemoration of this global campaign, with officials from the foundation, kidney patients, members of the Diaspora Support Group, and other stakeholders in attendance. Executive member of the foundation is Ann Hopkin.
You need to monitor your weight. You need to drink plenty of fluids. You need to be active, keep active and fit. You need to control your blood glucose, your blood sugar level, monitor your blood pressure, and don't smoke.
Kidney patient Amos Rouse shared how he continues to survive his condition.
March 2021, I was diagnosed with the kidney failure, and since then I've been treated for this condition, and the lifestyle has changed since then. I was an active bus driver on the Monjaloo route, and since then I have to change my whole lifestyle. Eating habits had to change, drinking habits have to change.
President of the Grenada Patient Kidney Foundation, Marva Jilks, said according to recent statistics, more young people are being diagnosed with kidney disease.
So today's activity, because of the COVID situation, we're trying our best to see how we can educate the public on what the foundation is doing, how we're coping, how we're trying to raise funds. Because recently what we observed is a high increase of kidney patients and stage kidney failure, especially our younger folks, ranging from 20 and up. In the past, we would have had like 18 patients or so, but last month alone, we see an increase of 32. So that's very alarming.
She continues to advocate that individuals visit their doctor and make healthy choices to reduce the likelihood of kidney disease. The Grenada Informer congratulates the women of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique on the commemoration of International Women's Day last Tuesday, March 8th. Continue to make the indispensable contribution you have always been making to the growth and development of this country. In this week's edition of our online paper, 81-year-old pleads guilty to drug trafficking. One dead, one charged with murder in Grenville. Former St. Mark cricketers recognized. And in the Sister Isles, no vet on Sister Isles. Calypsonians upset with Spice Mass vaccination policy. 12 awarded on International Women's Day, and much more. That's the second segment of news. Regional highlights are up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education.
for your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
No frills, just great prices, only in Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with ready finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
We are committed Catholics. Listen to us.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk over there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
6 p.m. Sunday, March 13th is Bingo Night. Get set for another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time you can win
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10 US. In Grenada, tickets are available from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, March 13th. Come join the fun and excitement online.
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo.
The new way to play. Bingo!
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for this evening's regional roundup with Donessa Panchu.
This is the regional roundup for today. I am Donessa Panchu. We begin in Jamaica, where an 11-year-old girl and her 19-year-old twin brothers were shot and killed at the house in Montego Bay on Wednesday evening. According to reports, the Jamaican Observer, a baby who was also in the house was unharmed during the attack. The siblings were reportedly inside the house when the gunmen entered and opened fire, hitting them. They died on the spot. The incident came hours after another murder took place in the parish just a few miles away. Investigations are underway in both incidents. The United Kingdom, including British territories, the Virgin Islands and Anguilla, have been placed on Russia's list of unfriendly countries. The list was approved by the Kremlin and published on Wednesday as President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine entered D12. Business dealing with Russia involving these countries will now require special government authorization, Russia said, in a response to crippling sanctions imposed by Western nations over the invasion. The list also includes the United States, Canada, European Union states, Japan, South Korea, and Australia. The Kremlin accused these countries and territories of taking unfriendly actions against the Russian government, companies, and citizens following its invasion of Ukraine. The BVI is condemning Russia's war on Ukraine, announced that it will be combing through its lucrative offshore banking sector to find assets belonging to Russians who are in the United Kingdom sanctions list. It's unclear how the declaration will affect Bermuda, Turks and Caicos, Cayman Islands, and Montserrat, since they must also apply sanctions to Russia that were announced by the UK. Dominica, Antigua, and Bermuda have also taken actions against Russia's elite bypass by pausing their applications in the citizenship by investment. And finally, in the region, the domestic violence bill took the spotlight at this week's sittings of the House of Assembly. As we hear in this DBS report, the bill serves to foster gender equality and speaks to areas of equal employment opportunities for both men and women.
Everyone has a right to basic human rights, and our women have been on the wrong side sometimes. Sometimes our women have been treated not in the right way. So we are leveling the playing field. What we're seeking is gender balance so that all men and women can live in a society of opportunity for all.
The bill is coming at a time when the World Health Organization, WHO, has cited a 40% increase in violence against women in some countries due to COVID-19 restrictions. Soufriere MP Emma Hippolyte says the new piece of legislation signals government's commitment to reducing domestic violence in St. Lucia.
The people of St. Lucia, we are committed to improving your standard of living. We are committed to reducing domestic violence. We are committed to educating you so that you understand what domestic violence is all about.
The Soufriere MP spoke ahead of Tuesday's Parliament session.
And that's it for this evening's regional roundup. I am Donessa Panchu.
This is the MTV Evening News. More news after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited.
COVID is here to stay, and it's not going away. It might seem strange, but the world has changed, and this is the year for good cheer. I could smell the ham, I could taste the sorrel, the festival coming. I can't wait to taste the black cake. Church, socializing with your friends, liming with the boys. We're full of festivals in Grenada, and this year, I want to visit my family and all the festivals without fail, just as how we used to do it. Let's get back to what we know and love. Every vaccination brings us closer together. Are ready for the festival and the world.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Omega Ferelia Jackson, also known as Wintress, of Boglescarrieku, passed away on Saturday 12th February 2022 at the age of 70. She was the wife of Leroy Jackson, mother of Amanda, Marcia, and Keith Jackson, adopted mother of Marvin Charles, grandmother of Janiyah, Ella, Leah, and Aiden, sister of Winston, Michael, Mona, and Cynthia, sister-in-law of Dawn Phillips and Steve Etienne, aunt of 15, niece of 15, close cousin of Alcina and Dawn Jackson. Many other relatives and friends, including the Jackson family,
National champs carded for the National Stadium on Saturday.
Good evening with sports this evening. I am Joseph McKee-Smith. The National Championship is back at the National Stadium on Saturday. Public Relations Officer at the Grenada Athletic Association, Kwame Hippolyte, says although the number of athletic events has reduced, they're getting support from schools and clubs around the island.
Over 13 clubs registered for the championships. Some of them are new clubs just coming into the track and field full and participating at national champs. But we have a few clubs. I think one of the highlights going into that, patrons And the cost is not even can meet that. Is that we have training locally is Olympian, world champion, and participated at the world championship is Marshall Sidenio, who is carded to perform at the national championship. So for the price, it's a good package, nice package day of track and field.
Hippolyte also stated that athletes must be commended for their discipline over the period when there were no sporting activities.
A lot of these athletes who may be in Form 4, Form 5, never actually competed at an intercol games. So the fact that they are able to realize that I have this talent and I'm going to discipline myself to continue training because I'm seeing the progress. Continue training, continue going out there. And I oftentimes say track and field is one of the hardest sports because, I mean, it's an individual sport and you definitely have to, in the training, you have to you're pushing your body, you're pushing it to the limit, as opposed to football, netball, cricket. You have your teammates, you have other persons that can give you the support. But with track and field, which I consider one of the hardest sport in terms of individual nature, these athletes must be commended.
The national championship is also used to identify athletes for the upcoming Carafter Games in Jamaica. Last weekend was the official opening of the Co-op Bank Carriacou T20 tournament at the Lauriston Stadium with 4 exciting matches in blazing sunshine. The tournament started at around 11 a.m. on Saturday with defending champion Universal Bouncers defeating BBH Cricket Club by 5 wickets. The official ceremony took place immediately after the match. Co-op Bank representative Rachel Philip Bethel, manager of Carriacou branch, declared the tournament open and reiterated the bank's commitment to the development of cricket and support for social and cultural activities in our communities. Brian White, president of the CUCB, gave highlights of the tournament and thanked the bank for their support to cricket development in an ever-challenging, volatile environment. In the second match of the day, Brunswick United defeated Hotel Lorena Stars by 41 runs. On Sunday, Dover Titans defeated Lestier Grove by 8 wickets, and in the second match, PM Pirates defeated Young Lads by 37 runs. The last session consolidation by Jason Holder and Nkrumah Bonner saw West Indies battle their way back into the opening test after a top-order collapse had threatened to derail their progress on the second day at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. Stumbling at tea on 127 for 4 after losing 4 quick wickets for 44 runs, West Indies hit back through an unbroken 5th wicket stand by 75 between Holder and Bonner to end the day on 202 for 4, 109 runs adrift of a first innings lead. Holder, starting his innings after the final interval, was unbeaten on 43 at the close and was partnered by Bonner on 34. The pair ensuring England went without success in the final session, marred by breaks due to squalls of rain. And finally, in Women's World Cup news, New Zealand sealed back-to-back victories after a disciplined bowling performance helped them bowl out India for 198 after setting them a target of 261 to chase. It was a slow start of the Indian openers Yastika Bhatia and Simitri Mandhana, with runs hard to come by. The pressure paid off as Jess Kerr dismissed Mandhana for 6, with the opener chipping it straight to the cover. Deepti Sharma also couldn't last long, with Leah Tahuhu trapping her LBW for 5 in what turned out to be a successful review as India slipped to 26 for 2. And that's sports this evening. I am Joseph McKee-Smith.
That's the sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
We've been down, but not out. It's been hard, but we've persevered together. We each have a role in Grenada's successful recovery, nourishing our families, guiding our children, caring for our communities, energizing our lives. We are strong. Together, we are Grenada.
Good evening again, viewers, with Thursday night's weather forecast and meteorologist Dwayne Williams. Hazy, windy and cloudy conditions dominated the eastern Caribbean weather today, especially here in the south, where we saw some showers in the morning and again in the middle afternoon. A significant cloudiness continues to affect the region as low-level moisture moves in. We also seen some moisture movement from over South America, which could continue bringing us showers. The haze remains very slight. The bulk of it is drifting to the south and will affect Brazil and the rest of the South American coast. Area of cloudiness still exists over the southern Caribbean, not as intense as it was before, but a significant amount of moisture can be found there, so we are in for showers over the next 24 or so hours. The forecast for Thursday night is for cloudy conditions with showers, a few showers. East-northeasterly winds will blow between 12 and 24 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of around 24. The moon rose this morning at 11:57 and is going to set tomorrow morning at 10 minutes past 1. Partly cloudy conditions again is expected to prevail on Friday. Hazy and very windy, a 60% chance of some showers. East-northeasterly winds between 12 and 24 miles per hour with 7 to 9 foot waves expected in choppy seas. So if you have to venture far from port, exercise extreme caution. Sunrise will be at 6:16 and sunset at 6:17. A high of 33 will be measured. It will feel like 35. Isolated showers are still in the forecast for Port of Spain, but generally fair conditions come to Bridgetown. Sunshine in both Kingston and Miami, partly cloudy in New York, and rain for London. Back here to midday, significant moisture in the area. Chance of showers remains around 50% on Saturday with variable cloudy conditions on Sunday. By Monday, fair conditions should begin rolling in with the lighter winds. That's it for Thursday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me on Friday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Interpol, together with Royal Grenada Police Force, continues investigation into the 7 corpses found in a vessel in Grenada waters. Temporary suspension of new CBI applications from Russian and Belarusian nationals. 81-year-old Bermudan national pleads guilty to trafficking in a controlled drug. And in sports, national champs carded for the National Stadium on Saturday. On behalf of the news and production department, I am Troy Gill. Thank you for watching. Good night.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners. It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Thursday, March 10th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. At the time, sure tickets at hand. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First number this evening is check tickets in the meantime. First number is 4. Second number is 8. Third and final number. Final number is 2. Let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. First number is 4. The second, 8. Third and final is 2. So that's 4, 8, and 2. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backup.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners. Winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw for today, Thursday, March 10th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair and accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. At the time, sure tickets at hand. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First number this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 4. Second number is 8. Third and final number. Final number is 2. Let's recap those numbers. Check your tickets. First number is 4. The second, 8, third and final is 2. So that's 4, 8, and 2. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your daily cash flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 $1,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Thursday, March 10th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, show tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First number this evening is, check your tickets to the meantime. First number up is 8. Second number is 0. Third number up. Third number is also 0. Fourth and final number is 8. Okay, let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. First number up is 8. The second, 0. Third, 0. Fourth and final is 8. So that's 8, 0, 0, and 8. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned, get your play with you up next. We'll see you real soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Thursday, March 10th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me once again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, so win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning Playway number is, check your tickets in the meantime. This evening's winning Playway number is 23. 23 represents the dream symbol rat. Congratulations, all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Remember to play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, support sports, culture, and nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
COVID is here to stay, and it's not going away. It might seem strange, but the world has changed. And this is the year for good cheer. I could smell the ham. I could taste the soil. The festival coming. I can't wait to taste the black cake. Church, socializing with your friends, liming with the boys. We're full of festivals in Grenada. And this year, I want to visit my family and all the festivals without fail. Just as how we used to do it. Let's get back to what we know and love. Every vaccination brings us closer together. Are ready for the festival and the world.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Omega Ferelia Jackson, also known as Wintress, of Boglescarriecu, passed away on Saturday, 12th February 2022, at the age of 70. She was the wife of Leroy Jackson, mother of Amanda, Marcia, and Keith Jackson, adopted mother of Marvin Charles, grandmother of Janiyah, Ella, Leah, and Aiden, sister of Winston, Michael, Mona, and Cynthia, sister-in-law of Dawn Phillips and Steve Etienne, aunt of 15, niece of 15, close cousin of Alcina and Dawn Jackson. Many other relatives and friends, including the Jackson family, the Quashie families and Phillip families, Verna Braffett, Rita and Wilfred Boson, Chester Noel, Lloyd and Jacintha Blaise, Verna and Ellie Cox, Rupert, also known as Boney Roseman, Sydney and Sheila Carby, Bridget Thomas and family, Donald Eno, Mona Alexander, and Monica Barclay. The funeral of the late Omega Ferelia Jackson, also known as Wintress, of Boglescarriecu, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Ozra Mark of Nunparel St. Mark, who resided at Hillsview Grove St. John, passed away on Sunday, 20th February 2022, at the age of 63. She was the mother of Godfrey Mark, also known as Babylon, and Jairus Mark, grandmother of Keyshawn, Keyshawn, and Keisha Sanderson, and Diamond Marshall, sister of Osbert, Osborne, Linda, Elsa, and Jude Mark, mother-in-law of Vicklin Sanderson, sister-in-law of Ruth and Diana Mark, aunt of many including Nadia Mark Henry, Rondell Edmund, Nakisha, Kadeen, Levon, Leon, Kathy, Darrell, Giovanna, Curlis, and Albert Mark, niece of Doreen Williams, grand-aunt of Francis Williams, Nesta, and Michael Noel, godmother of Rashida and Shada Marshall and Crystal Samuel. Many cousins, other relatives, and close friends, including Janelle Redhead, Chantal Charles, Bernadette Telesford in England, Mariel Samuel, Julian Ragbasing, Joyce Ragbasing in the USA, Estelle Marshall, Leo Richard, Lyrene Laborde, Kathleen Bernard, vendors and friends of Melville Street and Grove Fish Market, and friends and neighbours of Nonpareil, Grove and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Ozra Mark of Nonpareil St. Mark, who resided at Hillsview, Grove St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Fedora Agnes Roberts, née Samuel, of Beaton St. David, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, passed away on Monday, 28 February 2022 in Brooklyn, New York, at the age of 98. Left to mourn are her 9 children, George Regis, Carly Hall, Jeffrey Maturin, Mariam Bain, Angela Roberts, Stetson Roberts, Martin Roberts, Sharon Roberts Harry, and Althea Roberts Davis. 20 grandchildren, Amos, Che, Nadine, Nigel, Angelus, Lavelle, Bernard, Colson, Vernell, Kurt, Matthew, Michael, Makiwa, Aisha, Akeem, Alicia, Carlianne, Kyle, Carleen, Sabina, Rashid, and Lennox. Daughter-in-law Sally Ann Hall. Sons-in-law Alistair Harry and Sylvester Davis. 24 great-grandchildren. Numerous nieces and nephews, and their respective families and lifelong friendships. The funeral of the late Fedora Agnes Roberts, née Samuel, of Beaton St. David, who resided in Brooklyn, New York, USA, will take place on March 11th at St. John the Baptist, 333 Hart Street, Brooklyn, New York. Viewing service will be from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Grenada time. Request for prayers for the Roberts family, extended family, and friends. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Christopher Regis Gludd of London, England, passed away on Friday, March 4th, 2022, at the age of 57. He was the husband of Helen in Holland, brother of Madeleine Wilson and her husband Mark in England, aunts Daphne Vincent Wallenbrum in the USA, Lucy Vida Sylvester and husband Cyprian Sylvester, and their son Ryan Sylvester of Felix Park Cottage. Many other family members, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Christopher Regis Gludd of London, England, will take place on Saturday, March 12th in Holland. Remains will be laid to rest in Grenada at a later date. Arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello and Auntie Nell, of Richmond, Grand Bras and Felix Park Cottage, Crochet St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 14th February 2022, at the age of 87. She was the sister of Catherine Superville of River Road, Florence Lewis Vincent in England, Daphne Vincent Wallenbrum in the USA, and Vida Lucy Vincent Sylvester of Felix Park Cottage, Crochet St. Andrew. Sister-in-law of Cyprian Sylvester, aunt of Leslyn Sylvester, Ryan Sylvester, Liam Benjamin, Aaron Wallenbrum, Kenroy Vincent, Mark Wilson, Kester, Neil, Christopher Regis, Gillian Lewis, Joycelyn Williamson, Madeleine Wilson, Kelly, Michelle, Charmaine, Charlotte, Edine, Madison, and Denisha Benjamin. Other relatives and friends including Uncle James Lewis, Alwyn George, Henry, Glenn, Merle, O'Neill Findlay, Jocelyn, Lorna, Rhoda George and the George family, Sybil and Twine, Nautica Noel, John Dumont and the Dumont family, the Blackett, Worm and Vincent families, the Alexander family in Trinidad, Barbados and Grenada, Daphne Fortune, Glenda Samuel, Steve and Jellen McQueen, Lucy and Wellington King, Hermie Caliste and family, Donna Edwards, the Singh family of Latente, Dominic Sylvester, and friends and neighbours of Richmond, Grand Bras and Crochet St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello and Auntie Nell, of Richmond, Grand Bras and Felix Park Cottage, Crochet St. Andrew, will take place on Tuesday, March 15th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Crochet RC Church and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Denise John, also known as AE, of Frequenty St. George, passed away on Saturday 26th February 2022 at the age of 60. She was the mother of Terence, Antoinette, Christine, Vanessa, and Rakisha John, grandmother of Abella, Kimlin, Nikisha and Asher John, Vashon Philip, Hayden and Gianna Frank, sister of Dennis and Glenroy John, Perlita John, Marva, Lucinda John Cador, Yvonne John, Lenny Charles, and Jerome Stanislaus. Many nieces and nephews including Patricia, Marcus, Daniela, Danielle, Nathan and Junior John, Navona and Nevon Monroe, Felicia and Angel Cador. Mother-in-law of Kelvin Francis and Akim James. Many other relatives and friends including the Bell and Griffith families of Woburn and Woodlands, the Cato family of Marian, members of Faith Deliverance Tabernacle, and friends and neighbors of Caliste and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Denise John, also known as AE of Frequenty St. George, will take place on Thursday, March 17th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to Pentecostal rites, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Junior Peter Matthew of Windsor Forest, St. David, who resided at Caliste, St. George, pastor of the Eternal Love Ministry, transitioned to glory on Thursday, 24th February 2022, at the age of 52. He was the husband of Kathy Ann Matthew, father of Aria Matthew, brother of Helena McKay and Teresa Joseph residing in the USA, Lynette Matthew and Leona Hazard residing in Canada, Wilma St. Bernard, Sonia Matthew, Cheryl Victor, Everest Matthew, Alice Noel, Norman and Marilyn Hall, all in Grenada. Brother-in-law of Vorley Joseph, Trevor St. Bernard, Godfrey Victor, Veronica Matthew and Cheryl Hall. Nephew of Mina Sayers, Veronica Francis, Carmen Charles, Josephine Andrews and Urban Sayers. Many nieces and nephews too numerous to mention. Other relatives and friends including Trevor and Kenneth Sayers, Thomas Leslie, Alston Pope and family of Caliste, the Sayers family of Windsor Forest, the Andrews family of Post Royal, the Williams family of Rucane, Merle Mahone and family, the John family of Apretute, Martina Alexis and family of Montu, and friends and neighbors of Caliste, Windsor Forest and Apretute, church family, the pastor and members of Eternal Love Ministry Grenada and abroad, and pastors of the Pentecostal Assemblies of the West Indies. The funeral service for the late Junior Peter Matthew of Windsor Forest St. David, who resided at Caliste St. George, will take place on Thursday 17th March at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at God Lighthouse, Vincent's Pentecostal Church, St. David, and interment will be at the Windsor Forest Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Charmaine Link, née Frank of Bogles, Carriacou, who resided at The Glen, Montgay, and La Mode St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26th February, at the age of 41. Left to mourn her husband, Michael Link, children, Maisha and Sherman Link, parents, Cecilia Frank and Harvey Bennett, sisters, Irva and Marilyn, brothers, Anselm, Ronald, Herbert, Kevin and Nigel in Carriacou, Peter in Grenada, Mervyn in Tortola, Brian and Travis in the USA, aunts and uncles, Christina, Daniel and Raleigh in Grenada, Michael and Hendrickson in Carriacou, Betty, Stephanie and Roy in the USA, in-laws, Cynthia, Brenda, Matthew, Joey and Peter in Grenada, Karina in Carriacou, Dennis in the USA and Abigail in Tortola. Many nieces and nephews and cousins in Carriacou, Grenada, the USA, England and Canada. Other relatives and friends including the Frank, Romain and Stafford families of Carriacou, Link, Tobin, Horsford, Alexander, Joseph and Bido families in Grenada. Friends at the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses in Carriacou, Grenada and Barbados. Principal, teachers, students and staff of the Vendham Roman Catholic School, friends and neighbors of Bogles, Carriacou, The Glen, Montgay and Lamode St. George. The funeral service of the late Charmaine Link, née Frank of Bogles, Carriacou, who resided at The Glen, Montgay and Lamode St. George, will take place on Thursday, 17th March at 1 p.m. The funeral service will be held at the Grenada Trade Center according to Jehovah's Witness rite, and interment at the St. George's Cemetery. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Joseph Peterson of Chantemel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday, 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Chantemel St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Cyprian Baptiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Pedmotar St. David, passed away on Thursday, March 3rd, 2022, at the age of 62. The funeral arrangements for the late Cyprian Baptiste, also known as Sippo and Dread, of Pedmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Monica Cador, née Langagne of Concord St. John, passed away on Saturday, 5th March 2022, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cador, née Langagne of Concord St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, passed away on Friday, 4th March 2022, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand'Anse St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 2nd March 2022, at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements for the late Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand'Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu, of Waltham St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday, 1st March 2022, at the age of 99. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu, of Waltham St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews, of Windsor Forest St. David, former employee of Customs and Excise, passed away on Monday, 28th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews of Windsor Forest St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes.
Rollins Francis, also known as Tumpy, Redman and Moneyface, of Montagne, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, passed away on Monday, 28th February, at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements of the late Rollins Francis, also known as Tumpy, Redman and Moneyface, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Veronica Joyce Andrew, also known as Teacher Carol, Auntie Carol, and Mrs. Blackswan, of Tuileries and DeBlando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, passed away on Friday, 11th February 2022, at the age of 95. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Joyce Andrew, also known as Teacher Carol, Auntie Carol, and Mrs. Blackswan, of Tuileries and DeBlando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, died on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish of Mamacan St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I'm Pastor Jerry Keynes Douglas, and I'd like to take the opportunity today to express my deepest sympathy to all of you who have lost loved ones, friends, members of your family or inner circle. Probably one of the hardest issues to deal with in life is the loss of a loved one, someone close. There is arguably no harder blow than to be separated from someone as a result of death, and especially so when that death has come as a tragedy, as a tragic circumstance. Our deepest sympathy is with you today. I'd like to share a word of comfort with you from the Word of God that we can all learn from as we deal with bereavement, with mourning, with sorrow, and with the pain of a lost loved one. I like to say from the Word of God, we learn about Abraham, the patriarch. And the Bible says that when Abraham's wife Sarah died in Hebron, that Abraham sat down to mourn and to weep for her. And then after a period of mourning and weeping, the Bible says Abraham arose and he went to do business, to buy land, to build a tomb for Sarah, and to bury her remains. And for all of us, there is that issue of dealing with the grieving period. And yes, it's okay to mourn, it is okay to grieve, it is okay to express that sense of loss and the pain that it comes with it. But I say to you today, you're not alone. Like Abraham, go ahead and mourn. You're not alone. It's natural, let it happen. However, I also believe that by the grace of God, you're not alone in these times. So God says, and as you feel that pain, He says, come to me, all ye that are heavy laden, burdened and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. We need to come to Him and find a grace that goes beyond the casual comfort that people may give to us. Find support in God Himself. I also want to say to you that if you mourn and you know your loved one knew the Lord, you know the Lord, then we do not mourn as those who have no hope, but we know that Jesus will come again and the dead in Christ shall arise. That ought to be your hope as well. But finally, I also want to say to you in this difficult time to focus on what your loved one would have wanted. The Bible says Abraham rose up after his mourning, even during that, and he was able to get on with his life. And your loved ones would certainly want you to go through some grief and some mourning, but also to be able to move on with your life and to do the things that they would want you to do, to be strong, to bounce out of your grief and to be able to carry on and to fulfill the rest of your life until the day comes when you or I would be inevitably moved out of here by the same process. So my prayers are with you today, that God would help you and give you comfort and grace in this time of bereavement. May the Lord bless you and help you and strengthen you in an amazing way. And as I close, I give you this wonderful promise from God's Word. He says, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. He says, I will strengthen you, I will help you, and I will support you with my mighty right hand. Isaiah 41:10. May God bless you.
no frills, just great prices, only at Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with ready finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Less talk, more power.
Walk, yes, everything.
See the miracle.
Evidence of metastatic prostate cancer in this body.
Cancer free here. No cancer. Here's the last one. Clap your hands to the Lord.
You need to believe.
Let me ask you from you first. You had something in your skin.
Yeah,
what was that? What was the situation?
What was happening in my skin is when I said a rash all over.
All over your body?
Yeah, on the head and everything.
Perseverance.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
It worked?
It worked.
Stop there and going for more.
Well, I'm going for more.
Then more blessings are coming. It worked.
What is impossible with man is possible with God. This is your program. Stop suffering.
Be blessed and be lifted by God's power. Here we are right now in this program, Let's Talk About Power. And I'm here to introduce to you bold steps that you could be able to get out of all this. Don't cry. Don't be desperate. You can break free from this. Yes. Hey, you are right now watching. Before you touch your phone, before you go to the kitchen right there, before you go to the refrigerator, your freezer, I want to invite you to stay here and take the step, because I'm going to prove it to you. Look at me here, please. Look at me here, miss. I'm going to prove it to you that your life can change. Pick your phone right now and give us a call. 534-2059 or 437-4262. At the opportunity, we are going to get your name down for our prayers. If you're going through problems, family situations, and you know that your family is just not going right about now. Division, separations, arguments, you're distressed, you're depressed, you're thinking about taking your life. You see right now names be placed inside of the oil, and I'm calling you out so you can be able to be with us. 534-2059, and this is the WhatsApp right there. You can call us 0437-4262, 437-4262. You can be sure that you're going to be helped. Look back to me here right now. I don't know what has been happening in your life. Mister, you have been carrying this load for a long time. I'm not here to talk about church. I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm here to talk about this promised. Psalms 29 verse 11. Check it. The Lord gives us strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Look at me here, please. How many of you lost your peace because of these complaints? Sir, how many times you have lost your peace because of their arguments, because of the troubles, because of the nightmares, because of the way your sons behave, because of the way your daughter is acting, because of the complaints that is against you? Hey, I'm speaking to you. You're not having peace, not even to sleep. No, don't trouble the remote. I'm here to tell you that you've been putting off the opportunity to change your life for a long time. All that you have to do is to take a stand. Are you going through situations in your family like this one? Check. Arguments, divisions, unfaithfulness, addiction, verbal or physical abuse, family disputes, domestic violence, hate, sickness, or loneliness. Which one of them you're going through? Are you going through any one of them? For 1 to 10, take your time. Pick your phone now and text to me. Call now. Call now. I just need your name and which one of the situations you face. Good. Take your time. Go there. 534-2059, 437-4262. Are you there? Look back to hear me up. You are right now watching this program not by mistake. You're right now wondering what else you can do about your situation. Let me tell you this. Many people can tell you many things, but let me get closer to you. Why do many people are talking? They're speaking. They have words. I have results. I have results to share with every one of you that is watching us right now. Attention, Grenada, Pete Martin, Caricu. Pay attention to this motivated story of this person right here. Those are testimonies, results that are happening right here on the screen. Why do many people talk? Results speaks. Check it.
Watch now results of faith.
Your name, ma'am?
Gloria.
Miss Gloria, I remember your situation. Tell them what was it, the symptoms, the problems that you used to have that you overcame by coming to this purpose.
But first I want to say my daughter, one of my daughter, well all of them, but I'm going to talk about one, wait for many years and high qualified. Every time she got an interview to get a job, she gets sick right on the interview. That's for years. She's in the 30s. And after I come in here and I start praying, I put her name. You all know, Lauren, you know. And after put her name and praying and drinking the water on her behalf and so on. Now, in this COVID time, one of the university in the state where she applied for ages and got sick, every time she had the job, she never got a paycheck. I have to support her and she abroad. And
so your daughter search card, your daughter's overseas.
Yes, and now she have a job for 1.5 months, no illness, and this is the most. I can't find a word to say how happy I am.
Did she ever try go to the doctor to find out what?
Oh yes. Tests up and medication and injection and so on. It's too much to say.
But now everything's back to normal.
For 1.5 months.
Did you ever drink the water on her behalf as well?
Yes. She has a job in one of the university in. And I give God thanks and I give him praise.
God worked.
I give him glory and I give him honor.
Clap your hands strong. It worked. Thank you so much. And look at me, please. That is not all. You used to have symptoms that you overcame as well. What is it that the problem that you used to have to sleep and so forth?
Oh gosh, I would prefer. I could not have sleep.
What is it that used to have throughout the night?
I don't know. I put it behind me back. God deliver me, and believe me, I didn't even want to remember.
Troubles throughout the sleep.
Remember. But when I came here, I started coming here, I felt a human hand on my head and start praying, and then it's
free. No more pains, no more sleepless nights.
I try my best not to recall the
too much suffering.
Yes. So
but you're free now.
In Jesus' name.
Praise God. Clap your hands harder. You may return to your place, Miss Glory.
The same can happen to you.
What else do I have to tell you? Nothing more. Now, the choice is yours. Hold yourself there, keep you wondering, or keep you looking at your life and do nothing about it. Because if you look at people, no one is going to help you. There is only one that can help you, is God. And He wants to help you with the peace. Let this Sunday be the Sunday for you. Take the stand and let nothing hold you back. Right there in this location. Halifax Street upstairs, Classic Collection. Right at the Universal Church, right there. You can join us. 7, 9:30, 12, 3:05. The time you can choose. Walk with a bottle of water and experience a miracle in life. Look back to me here. The choice is yours. Can you put your hand here in my hands? Let us pray right now.
While the world is going through chaos, due to many problems, sickness, family problems, depression, hunger, take a moment and close your eyes.
and pray with us, so you can find relief to your pain and peace for your soul.